Welcome back to Wealthy Mentor Trading, guys. Today is July the 31st, 2022, and today I'm going to be looking at 5 stocks that are reporting earnings this week that you need to watch. I'm also going to be taking a look at the S&P 500, where we left off last week, and what are my targets going into the week ahead. Now, I did mention we have 5 stocks, names like AMD, Starbucks, Moderna, Robinhood, and AMC round out the list for this week. But before we get started, guys, please give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, be sure to do so, as we do release videos every Sunday preparing you for the week ahead. And if you are interested in trading with us on our Discord channel, we do have a Wealthy Mentor trading group that involves swing trading, day trading, options trading, pretty much getting you prepped every single day before the market opens. Is that something that you're interested in? We have that link in the description. We do have a summer promo right now that entails 2 months of our membership for 97 bucks. So if you are interested, click that link in the description and that should get you going. And also, if you are interested in joining us on our Instagram page, check out Wealthy Mentor Trading, as we do release free information every single day with regards to the market. As I did mention, I do have the S&P 500 open here, guys. And if you guys were following along last week, we did have the Fed meeting along with inflation numbers, and the market was at a standstill, right? We did want the numbers to come out with regards to inflation and what the Fed was talking about. And what happened is that they did increase the interest rates higher. The market knew that, but they wanted direction, right? So we did start off the week last week getting a rejection on Friday at that 40.18 area, right? So my goal was to get above $4,000 and close the weekly candle. We are on a daily time frame, but before we get going there, you guys can see this candlestick right here. This was a doji candle that we got on Monday. So pretty much the market was on a standstill waiting for Fed Powell on Tuesday and Wednesday to release the information to give the market that confidence to move forward or pretty much bomb, right? So this was a reversal candle. We came back down to test 3,900, and to me, that was a first sign of strength as bulls stepped in and guarded that $3,900 area. And if you guys were following last week, that was the first major hurdle that I wanted to get over, and we got that. So we came back down, tested 3,900. The bulls stepped in, also covered here by the 9 EMA holding strong. So we had not only a 3,900 hold, but we also had the 9 EMA hold that line. So pretty much what happened was we got 3 straight days of green power bull move. Right after we got that Fed decision, the interest rate hike, we all knew it was coming, but we wanted direction, right? So overall, the market did push higher, and to me, all I'm looking forward to this week is that 41.80 mark, right? As you guys can see here in this turquoise color, it is an area of resistance for me. Obviously, you guys saw this consolidation area from weeks past. Back on early June, we consolidated here, and unfortunately, the bulls lost out, and we got a bear break all the way to 36.50. So far, that 36.50 is the bottom, and right now, the second major hurdle is that 41.80. So that is the area that I'm going to be watching this week. So a few scenarios can happen here. We can move up to 41.80 and get a rejection like here, and then get a pullback. And if we do get a pullback, we could potentially hit 40.90 as a first key area of support and a retrace back to 4,000 to test this breakout area. Now, both those areas that if we do get a rejection and pull back to them, they're not a bearish thing, right? You want to test an area of strength, much like we got a rejection here coming down to test 3,900 and bulls step in. We could potentially get a rejection here and we want the bulls to step in. If that does happen, it tells me that the market is strong and the bulls are buying the dip every single time there's an area of a push down. So don't be worried if we get a rejection at 41.80. It doesn't mean it's the end of the world. It means that we got initial rejection and we're going to see how the bulls react at those two support lines, right? So that's what you should be watching going into next week. Now, if we do move past that 41.80 and we have a great bullish week, what are we looking at? We're looking at the next major hurdle, and to me, that is another major test at 4,300. I'm not going to go into detail there, but as you guys know, it is an area of resistance back here, basically in April, right? So we got to get that April hurdle out the way as the next move. But for right now, I am looking at that June hurdle, that consolidation area that we got to break through. So far, we have 3 straight green days, so a pullback is potentially happening. Either it can happen at 41.80, or we can open up Monday on weakness and test 4090 and 4018. So there's a few things that you should watch out for. But like I said, 4180 is that big number that you should guys be circling on your calendar. All right, so that is the S&P 500. What my analysis is, we do have earnings, so that can definitely propel the market even higher. And that for me is gonna lead me to the five names, right? So the first name that I wanted to look at is AMD, right? So I am gonna switch here. AMD is the ticker. And I am going to switch over here to the weekly time frame to give you guys the bigger picture. So my analysis on AMD is we have earnings on Tuesday. The state teachers retirement system of Ohio nearly half this investment by selling 603,000 plus shares to end the second quarter. That is pretty bearish, to be honest with you. So for me, I am watching for a bullish move above 95 and I'm bear above 84. So let me explain that, right? So as you guys can see here, we did have a nice week on the SMH sector, the semiconductor sector, and obviously AMD is one of those names that is part of that, right? So to going into earnings, what you want to see is a break above 95. So for me, 95 is a big area of resistance. As you guys can see here, it was a key rejection and consolidation point back in 2020 where we couldn't break it, right? We saw all these candle wicks. Unfortunately, we never got a close above them. So that is bearish. It is also bull rejection, which ultimately led us down to that $72 of support. Now, going into this year, again, we got a rejection, right? On Friday. That doesn't mean that we won't move ahead. The key thing is that where this candle closed at the very top. So to me, that is bullish for continued move higher. So on an earnings beat, I am looking for a move above $95. And I do have these green targets here at 110 and 122.5 if we do succeed on earnings. But if we also were to follow the trend of years past, we do know that $95 is an area of resistance. So I am looking at the area between 95 and $84 as a no trade zone, right? But if I do see $84 break on an earnings bomb, I do have targets to take profit on short positions below $84 to take profits at 72. Obviously, 72 is an area we bounced off here back on early July. And obviously, if you look at years back past in 2021 and 2022, it was an area of support. So I am expecting some sort of consolidation between 95 and 84 for quite a bit longer. However, it does look bullish on a breakout here just by the looks of this candle formation, right, closing at the very top. So looking for a bullish move above 95 for targets of 110 and 122, or a bearish move below 84, breaking out of this range to test 72. And if we really are really bearish, look for $59 as the next area of support if we do get a bear break. All right, so that is AMD. Next one is StarBucks. So StarBucks, let me just type in the ticker here. SBUX is the ticker, and Starbucks, similar fashion, earnings are on Tuesday. And again, the state of teachers retirement system of Ohio bought 161 plus thousand shares of Starbucks to end the second quarter with a total of 738,000 shares. That's a lot of shares, guys. So obviously the Teachers Association does have a large hold on names like Starbucks and AMD. So as a bull, I'm looking for a move above 84 and a bear below 81. So let me explain that, right? So we are in this tight consolidation area between 84 and 81, and we did close slightly higher on Friday on Starbucks above 84. So to me, if I was looking at something like this on an earnings beat, I am expecting a move going higher to test that 92.50 area, which coincides with this previous area of resistance that we just couldn't pass right here, right? Back on 2020, and also the most recent one back on March where we got a rejection and we pushed all the way down. So as a bull, I'm looking for a continued move right off the bat going into Monday, heading towards 92.50 for potential target number one. And on an earnings beat, that could be an area where it's factored in as we get to earnings, which is on Tuesday. So look for Monday to have a nice bullish strong momentum. And if we don't get that momentum, you guys got to look at this $81 area where you can kind of like put together the clues and say to yourself, okay, we got rejected at 84. We're coming back to 81. We might miss earnings. What are my targets going under 81? So If you guys look at this area of support, you know that bull stepped in around $71. So I am looking for a bear break below 81, short opportunities for my target at $71. Obviously, you guys can see from years past, $71 is an area of support holding here, and obviously most recently holding here. So pay attention to $81 for a bear break and 84 on a bull position. All right, so that's Starbucks. And to me, kind of looks like AMD, ready for a breakout, right? So keep your eyes on that one. The next name is Moderna, right? So MRNA is the ticker. And Moderna, again, they are reporting their earnings on Wednesday, and Moderna also has a booster targeting BA.1 in development, right? So if you guys don't know what that is, it's the next type of variant for the coronavirus. So they are in development for that, and they are planning on to launch their clinical trial for that booster, which includes BA.4/5, another variant. So they are working on this whole COVID thing. They're continuing to support the market with vaccines. So it's an exciting time for investors of Moderna. So to me, I don't really care for none of that. I'm looking at the chart. I'm an analyst. What am I looking at going into earnings? So again, guys, as I've drawn out here, I do have this area between 181 and 150 as a no trade zone. And to me, on a bullish break, I'm definitely looking at 181, right? So we've had multiple rejections at 181. Obviously, we've had candle wicks, but close below that. So that's all that matters to me. I'm looking for a break on a bull move above 81 for targets of 192 and 210. As you guys can see, it is the next area of resistance and is those take profit areas that I'm looking at. So unless I see a break above 181, I'm neutral and I'm in cash, right? That's what I'm instructing students at Wealthy Mentor Trading. We do trade Moderna, we do trade Starbucks, and we do trade AMD. So if you are interested, click that link in the bio. That should get you going to our trading group. So on the bear break, what do I see, right? Obviously, I said it's a no trade zone between 180 and 150. On a bear break, as we see here, we did touch down last week, slightly at 150 before the bull stepped in, holding that line. So to me, it tells me that we're neutral. We're in this consolidation zone, and it's not a big trade to make, right? So, but we have earnings, right? That's a major catalyst. So on a bear break, I am looking for a move below 150 for targets of 123, where bull stepped in multiple times, guys. 1 week right here, another week here, here. I mean, we have a lot of support holding 123. So look for 123 as your first target on a break of 150. And if that doesn't hold, obviously we have that 102.5 where we did hold back on January 2021. So it's been a long time since we hit that line down there. So I don't expect that to happen, especially with the winter months coming on, the influenza season. Look for COVID to make a comeback, right? So if that does happen, Moderna definitely is going to make a break above 181 on an earnings speed towards that 192 and 210 area. So watch out for Moderna. Personally, I'm neutral until I see 181 break, a close above 81. That's the key thing here, guys. You want a candle body close above 181, not just wick above it and come back down. To me, that's another rejection. So look for that as your clue. Another name that is significant is Robinhood. So on Robinhood, the ticker is HOOD. And I am going to switch on the daily time frame as this is still a fairly new stock, so the data isn't there yet. So on the daily time frame, just moving this chart up, you know, much like the other stocks, Robinhood is reporting on Wednesday, and recent reports regarding dilution have surfaced. If you guys don't know what that is, it's bearish, right? I'm not going to get into it too much. JPMorgan estimates that it could reduce the value of Robinhood existing shareholders by nearly 30%, and that is terrible, guys. You don't want to be holding a company that's in dilution, right? That's not good. So for me, I'm watching for a bullish move above $10, and if I'm a bear, I'm watching a move below 770. And as you guys can see, much like the names I discussed before, we are in a channel between $10 and 770, and to me, I'm looking for that move on a bullish break above $10, right? We haven't been able to cross that ever since June 2020. It's been a while. We've been down in the dumpsters. We are in a downtrend, so definitely keep your eyes on the overall trend, right? We've been down here, bounced off 10 bucks, tried to go higher, didn't work out, came back to test $9, came back to test $10 again, I should say. And now, obviously, as this was key support, on the way up is key resistance. So we have a lot of resistance at that $10 mark, and judging by the dilution comments, I don't see a move above $10. However, if we do get some positive earnings, look for the break above 10 to hit targets of 1250. So those are my targets going in on a bullish move. Now on a bearish move, as I did mention, we are range bound, so we could still stay in between that range even after earnings. But if we do get some terrible news and perhaps the dilution news is more pronounced than I thought originally, look below 770 as an area of key support to break for a potential retest of these lows of $6.81, right? So bear break below 770, bull break above $10. Keep in mind the dilution news, and also keep in mind in that different mindset that we are beaten down so badly that we might even just get a bounce just because the stock is at such low levels. So few things can happen. To me, I'm staying out of this one. I'm observing it. I'm not the one to play on earnings. I'm definitely looking at the chart as a long-term investor, and I don't like it right now. It is in a downtrend, and until I see a trend change, I'm not interested in Hood. However, they do have earnings for people that are interested in this. There you go. Watch above 10 and watch below 770. Another one, AMC, right? And as you know, AMC, the ticker is AMC. I am going to switch over here to the weekly time frame to give you guys the breakdown, right? So AMC, again, one of those names that's been in a downtrend. And if you guys don't know about AMC, they were popular with their whole, shorting squeeze that we did have. And they are reporting earnings on Thursday. And recently, Aaron, the CEO of AMC, suggested a short squeeze could be coming by using the phrase when pounds. Pretty funny, guys, right? So he came to Twitter, this has been on the boards. This phrase when pounds is in reference to AMC's upcoming earnings report. So he is suggesting that don't underestimate AMC. Uh, People that are shorting, watch out, and there could be something rumbling here, guys. Don't ignore the signals, especially when the CEO is saying something big can happen. So what am I looking at? I'm an analyst. What am I looking at? So I have 19 bucks here and I have $11.50. That is the area that we're stuck in. And to me, we've been stuck into that area ever since pretty much January, right? We've been stuck, unable to break 19, with the exception of a move right here. And that's what I'm going to be looking at, right? I'm concentrating on this big move right here. And on an earnings beat, look for $19 as an area of entry to take profits at 23.50, which was the candle body right here, the closure on this big move. And I'm looking for a move even higher, right? So let's just say we kill earnings and there is some sort of squeeze. Your second target is $29, right? It was previous support right here. It's going to be resistance on the way up. It was candle body closes right here. So look for $29 if we are really bullish. Now, if you are right here, you know, we could possibly trend sideways, guys. Whether it's bullish or bearish, you just don't know. Earnings are so hard to predict, especially on a stock like this. So if you are a bear, you know, you're pretty much looking at $11.50. And what you want to see is a break below that to test $8.50, which is your bear target. And this is what I'm looking at. If I'm a bear, it was an area of support right here back on March 2021 before we launched off to this crazy short squeeze, right? So, I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to come to $8.50 before we pop off. We're already at that level. We've held 1150 for a few weeks now. I am looking for a break above $19. And until I see that, all hands off deck, right? So that's AMC. Those are my thoughts. Those are the 5 stocks reporting earnings this week that you should watch. Definitely keep your eyes on all those 5 names, guys. And if you are interested on trading with us, hit that link in the description, as I do mention all these stocks and I do keep our students apprised of breakout moves on all five. So be sure to check us out, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to our Instagram page, and if you have any questions, always hit me up. I'll get you sorted out. Thank you so much and see you guys next week.